For me as a player, it's interesting that I can count, probably on two hands of fingers now, the number of games, other than games I've worked on or that have friends made, that I have played to completion, that I was compelled to not just look at and study as an analysis, but became a true fan of. And what's interesting is the very first one of those came much later in my career than you might think. The first game I ever played to completion that was not a game that I worked on was Myst. And that was a game that to me was incredibly inspirational because it fulfilled a very interesting counterpoint to the technological movements of the day and the style and storytelling and sound environment of the day. And Myst is a game which was almost as simple as a slideshow of graphics, where you just clicked in the scene to go into the next part of the scene that you wanted to go explore. But the art direction was stunning. This came out, by the way, just after CD drives, so people could have a lot of art in a game. So it made great use of this new mass storage that had just come into existence. And it had an audio environment to it that matched the visuals very well. And in spite of the fact that it was largely static images, completely dragged me into and immersed me into this new reality that they had created that was so beautifully conceived and beautifully executed. And for me, it was a real testimony to how, even for me, pretty much everybody, including myself at that point in time, had been doing fairly simple exposés of stick figures in a medieval world. And these people had created something that was far more beautiful and far more unique than an original than most any of the, quote, virtual worlds that had previously been created. And so that was still to this day one of the most inspirational times I've had.